Welcome to Bespoke Diaries. Today's article is on The Unfinished Story by Seema Gadiya, founder, motivational speaker, transformation coach, India. Seema was born in small beautiful town of KGF. Though she had a lovely family, she suffered from acute inferiority complex because she was never the conventional fair-thin girl. She believed she is not good-looking enough, smart enough, intelligent enough, talented enough, and hence she would indulge in acute self-pity so much so that it became her comfort zone. As a child, when they would have guests at home, she would lock herself into her mom's room as she didn't have the confidence to speak to people. But yes, she was good at one thing, and that was public speaking, because her papa always encouraged her to do so. She was live wire on stage, and that kind of gave her a little confidence. She wanted to do something good with her life and create an identity of her own. She dreamt, and her dreams were really big. But life had other plans. Being the eldest daughter of the family, she was married at the age of 20. This made her move to Bangalore, and life seemed very different. From a protective young girl, she had to become a responsible lady. It took her some time to adjust, as it always dreamt of living her dream, of creating an identity of her own. Very soon she was a young mother of 2. Now her life took a different turn. Become absolutely monotonous and robotic. She started seeping into this zone of acute stress and anxiety. But when she saw that this was affecting her kids, that's when she decided to transform her life better. And on introspection, she realized that there are too many things she needed to work on. So her English wasn't fluent, she wasn't even a graduate, just a 12 the pass girl, no exposure of the outside world. But now that she had decided to take the plunge, started in a simple manner. After doing all the household chores, putting her babies to sleep, she would take the humble times of India and in Oxford Dictionary pick up 5 words and start using it in her daily conversation. Not people, but to the walls could not answer back, her little children who would not understand anything, her maid who thought she is insane. She would watch multiple English reality shows, celebrity interviews, and honed her skills. The later, of course, she took up small weekend courses that would help her enhance her skills. It wasn't easy because she was always questioned why she would want to do it. Nevertheless, she continued her journey of self-growth. She was consistently rejected for all the part-time jobs she applied, and then one day she decided to do something of her own. As she had a little confidence when it came to public speaking, she decided to start a class for primary school kids. Seema got some flyers printed, went to the regular grocery store and requested the owner if she could leave those flyers there. Fortunately, she had 3 children enroll, and she started her journey as a trainer with 900 rupees per month. This was big money for her. Her work was appreciated, and through word of mouth her students became from 3 to 15 to 50 and many more. Later, due to some circumstances, we had to shift to South Bangalore. Now again she had to start from scratch. I used the same marketing tool, flyers. This time her kids and she stood outside the entrance of a neighborhood park and handed these flyers to parents who throw it in front of them. On weekends she would wake up at 4 a.m. in the morning and go to the newspaper vendors and get the flyers, slide it into the newspapers. Now she had an orientation for parents would enroll for this program. And you know what, just one parent turned up. She was dismayed but not discouraged. She decided to go on with the classes. This gentleman had 2 boys and they were her first students in South Bangalore. History repeated, her work was appreciated and the number of students soared. She worked extremely hard and upskilling herself. She would extensively read self-help books, she would write articles, all this, even when she was struggling with her own life, bringing up these 2 kids with, of course, financial constraints. But she remains resilient and determined. She also enrolled herself and invested in her learning in various self-development programs. She was called as a rebel by many people who would talk all kind of things about her, but she knew one thing, that she can't quit in spite of all the obstacles and challenges. She went to people's houses and did storytelling sessions for their kids. She also took up English speaking classes for women, conducted summer camp for children, and went to schools, colleges, small social organizations, and would do motivational talks for free. She had extensively worked pro bono. Many a times she was humiliated by directors of big colleges, presidents of social organizations, and of course many others who believed that this would not take her anywhere. She was mocked and ridiculed. But she never ever paid heed to naysayers. It would bother her, but she would pick up herself and move forward. After 17 years of struggle, she took up her first job as a director of a chain of preschools. She worked there for a year and then later decided to move to college. A lot of people believed that she is out of her mind to quit such a lucrative job, but she had power and money. But for her it was about leaving her passion, living my dream. She wanted to help people identify their strengths, realize their potential, give it direction, and live their dreams. Now again, a lot of people laughed at her, saying that she will be doomed. Nevertheless, she followed her heart. She joined Jain University as a chief skill trainer. She also founded a company called Popsicles, which is a self-development company, which of course later she changed it to Seema Gadiya. Now there was no looking back. In spite of all the day-to-day struggles, she managed to work with Ellen. She started her YouTube channel, writing blogs and also motivational quotes. Now she was invited by big organizations. She was conferred with many awards. One being South Indian Women Achievers Award, which she received from Lata Rajini Kanth. She was also honoured by the Government of India Ministry of Sports and Youth Affairs for her work during lockdown. She has always believed in upgrading and upskilling herself. She was not tech savvy, but she learnt and became a pro at it. She has done sessions on women empowerment, parenting, confidence building, goal setting, Jainism, mannerism and etiquettes, public speaking, mobile addiction, quitting smoking and Gutka, and many more. It's only been 3 years of active full-time work, but she managed to achieve her goals of touching people's lives successfully because she did it with conviction and determination. She regularly does videos, blogs, posts to engage and motivate people. Have she stopped here? Absolutely not. Recently she was designated as the India Head of International Business School, Washington. It's her dream to see Indians, and more precisely women, on global platform. From a naive, small-town girl with huge inferiority complex, not graduated, not very aware of the outside world, she managed to do all of this just because of her never-give-up attitude and her passion to pursue her dream. From a mere zero in the eyes of many, she managed to become a hero, first in her own eyes and later many others. Thank you for your time. Don't forget to like, subscribe and share. Do leave your thoughts in the comments section below. For similar type of article, please reach us at contact@thebespokediaries.com, or you can visit our website www.thebespokediaries.com.